what's going on with your YouTube? Jumpman Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another vid. And what we have here today, well, we do a little bit sometimes on this channel. We do a little bit of hold and sell, and a little bit of resale prediction on these UNC 6s right here that just came out this weekend, or technically it was last weekend, because you guys didn't hear that. Yes, it's Nike, that shock drop that we had last week, that I believe people were saying that is the official drop, because there was no sneakers drop on March 5th like a lot of people thought. A little okey doke with us. They play with us a little bit. They little trickaroo in their sleeves sometimes. So the main retail stores like Foot Action, Foot Locker, and Finish Line and all that stuff. There's no Foot Action. But, you know, the main other retailer stores is on March 5th. Last week on the sneakers app, that was a shock drop, which was uploaded. Apparently, it was like at least over 70,000 pairs. That's a lot of pairs to be out there, especially on a shock drop. I figured, to me, like, hey, it's a shock drop. Usually shock drops mean they just gave out a little bit of stock. And remember, the cool grades was almost about 100K pairs shock drop. So I figured, yo, there must be a lot of pairs of these things. To my surprise, and kind of threw everybody off, it looks like that was official drop. It's kind of crazy because it kind of almost didn't make sense, because I did a little bit of research too as well. I talked to some of the managers and some of the people I know that do work at sneaker stores. They're like, yo, we don't got that many pairs of these things. I thought maybe because of shipping delays or something, but they're like, yo, we have a ton of playoff 12s, but we don't have that much UNC 6s. So that kind of like threw things off. And then for these things now to drop on sneakers app, yeah, these things are going to be a little bit hyped up now. Yes, people are going to be a little bit more panicky now, because basically a lot of people end up taking L's on these things. A lot of people did. I saw on the feeds, looks like a lot of L's. Obviously, Footlock, Flex app, did everyone else, get their stuff canceled, and a lot of people end up taking L's, and man, it was crazy. So, and also, I think the only real good way I saw people end up getting W's was the exclusive access on JD Sports and Finish Line. So, shouts to everyone that end up getting W's. Now, with all these L's going on, it does usually cause prices to go up a little bit, especially on some hype shoes, because the hype on these UNC 6s is for reals. Like, it is for reals. People are pretty hyped about these things. I think more people are hyped on these than the playoff 12. Now, is this a shoe that we want to talk about sometime on the channel? Hold and sell. Is this a good hold? Is this a good time to sell now? What is the resale price looking like? One shoe that to me is almost kind of like, it's a little hard for me to call now, okay? And this is what I'm going to go for my gut feeling. I don't want you guys completely listen to me. You guys go with your gut feeling and what you feel like you should do. I'm not a sneaker guru. I don't have a crystal ball or anything like that. I'm just going with my past experience, okay? Now, with the hype on these things, I expect, once people take all L's on the weekend and realize there's no sneaker app drop, I feel like prices on these things will go up on release date, okay? On release date, I know there's a lot of pairs out there already on the market from the sneakers app, from that shock drop, so cause prices to go down now. Prices was at $300. I believe once the release happens on March 5th, prices will start to go back up. I expect to see big sizes, sizes like 10.5 and up, like big size 11, 12, 13. I do see prices around that mid 300, maybe even touching high 300s if you can't move it locally. And then small sizes will stay around that low 300, close to touching that mid 300. I remind you, this shoe did cost $200 for retail. So plus tax and all that, you're looking like almost $215, $210. After the release, I do expect prices to go up, like I said, of those prices. But, eventually, once hype kind of goes down, people move on, price probably will end up going down. But we also might see a little bump too, because we are going to get into tax season. This is probably going to start being the tax season shoe that people's going to go for, maybe, just because it's that crazy colorway. It's an Air Jordan. But again, is this a really good hold when the price is already high at 300 plus? Now, mind you about the past few releases on some Jordan 6. Usually, I love Jordan 6. I think it's a great looking silhouette, but it's not really mainstream. It is a little bulky for some people, but it's a classic colorway. It's what Michael Jordan wore when he won his first championship. But if we go on past, other, colorways of Air Jordan 6s, they really don't do all that crazy amount of numbers. I mean, just look at it right now. Just OG colorways, if you do want to compare it, like even, the Carmine 6s, even last year, great colorway. I know a lot of people want to complain about the pink sole and stuff, but not really doing much. They do move though. Same with these are infrared 6s. This is the one he actually wore his championship. They're really not doing all that crazy either, other than when the Last Dance happened. But you know, I think it gave it a little bit of boost, but you know, again, it's not doing all that crazy. Like, it's still like around high 300s, touching some 400s, and that's basically what these things are kind of doing right now. You know, hey, check it out, guys. I do got the Maroon 6s now. But again, the most hyped Air Jordan 6s I can think of is also the Travis Scott 6s. And what have they been doing? Not much at all. Like, I was completely wrong on these things. I thought maybe the Travis Scott hype could carry some weight on these things, but even the Travis Scott hype couldn't really do anything much. Like, matter of fact, I was really wrong, because these things were at like $1,000 day one, and look how much they plummeted down to. These things went down to like 600. You can say because they're ugly. Same with these, which I still think is a fire for, you know, colorway, fire shoe. Haven't done much. Hasn't went up. Now, could this break the mold that UNC 6s? You know, possibly, just because it's that colorway. But again, you know, it's Air Jordan 6. They usually don't do that crazy amount of numbers. They might do crazy numbers at first, and then they start to kind of plummet down and just plateau, like just flatline. You know, they don't really just skyrocket up, you know, for whatever reason. Hey, but then again, like I said, maybe this colorway could break that mold, but I just don't see it. Me personally, this is going to be an easy, quick flip mover. People are going to love this shoe, especially at first. There's a lot of hype on it. So it's going to be easy moving. Easy mover, especially if you were to bring it at shows. People are going to want to get these things and kind of pay that top dollar, especially if being certain, you know, so new. Know about this shoe is there's still a lot of late shipments on stores. So there's still not going to be there's going to be more pairs coming onto market later down the road. And that's just the kind of state that we're in. So that just tells me that I think prices is going to go up high and then start to creep down once all the restocks, more pairs are coming out, and of course, you know, people kind of move on to other things. And like I said, it's an Air Jordan 6. Not saying it's a bad thing, but you know, Air Jordan 6s don't really do it like that. I see the comments, people saying, oh, because the shock drop, there is no more sneaker drop and stuff like that, the price will go crazy. They might go crazy for a little bit, you know, I'll give you that. But in the long haul, will it be worth it? To me, long haul, this is probably going to stay around a $300 shoe. And then bigger sizes, since that's the money size, it's probably going to stay around mid 300s. Basically what they're doing right now. So is it really worth a good hold on these things for it to go up? I mean, if they were to go up, you know, $50 more, then I would say yes. But you know, compared to what like other shoes that you can invest in, like some Air Jordan 1s, I think the Blue Marinas, you know, they're basically going for retail. Even if those things go up to $250, it's a much better hold, much cheaper. Same with the Red Thunder Force, they have already went up. You know, other things too. Alma Maniere 1s is still good ones because like they're starting to continue creeping, going up. Patent Leather Breads, they went down. I think they're going to continue going up. You know, there's other shoes out there that I feel like with the price that these things are at, are going to do better. So that's just all I'm saying. You know, you guys can take it as it is. Maybe you think I'm stupid or whatever. Hey, that's completely up to your opinion. And like I said, this is all my opinion and what my past few experience, especially with the Air Jordan 6. I just don't think they're going to do anything crazy. But hey, maybe it'll break the mold. You know, maybe I'm completely wrong about it, and these things will be like $500 by 6 months. That'll be crazy. I'll be happy to be wrong about it. But me, I'm gonna try to buy some, flip it. You know, buy it low, flip it high at shows, just stuff like that. Because it's gonna, like I said, easy movers. And if I did get any pairs for retail, if anyone out there is lucky enough to get pairs for retail, I say sell it. You know, that's just me. If I got pairs for retail, I would sell it. You know, but if not, you know, hell, just keep one pair for, you know, one in the closet, see what happens, see what it does, I guess. But I'm not gonna invest in this shoe. It's too expensive. It's not that much of a profit margin for me to think it's gonna go up. Like, I don't see this shoe being more than $400, you know, in the long run. You know, that's just me. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much end of the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media at German Chris on IG, sometimes on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all, love y'all. I'm German Chris. Peace